Hi, this is Claire again, and today I've chosen this lovely little lady from the Altai as our spiritual companion for the reading. She's the moon goddess, you can see it here. She's made from cedar wood. Here is a little moon, and the Altai is from Siberia, so you can clearly see the Asian influences in her. And here we have the old goddess motif with the head, the hands on hips, so to say. And here we have her skirt. So this is something I'm very interested in, old pattern, and for example in embroidery, the old patterns that are sometimes thousands of years old. So yeah, this is about culture, this is about feminine empowerment, so to say, and we are speaking about feminine forces here too. Today I've chosen for our reading the Smith-Waite Borderless Tarot Deck, the edition where the name of Miss Pamela Coleman Smith is featured prominently, which is only suitable. So there are some extra cards that illustrate her work even further. You can see different works of her. She did so many things, so many also different styles, but always very, very touching. Here you have her, you might know this from the cards, her signature, and the cards themselves, they are really lovely. They are very a little bit subtle. There are some decks out, tarot decks that are very colorful, so to say. This is a little bit more subtle. Of course you have the yellow and all the colors, but it is more it is a bit more grayish. It is a bit more like the original colors. It is not so bold, so bright, so to say. So here are some impressions. And when you are reading the cards in a bigger style, I'm only doing 3 cards, but when you do it in a bigger style, then it can be very nice that you do not have a white border, but you can put them together very close. This is a nice effect, and it, in my opinion, it is really wonderful, and I'm waiting for a pocket edition of these for practical reading, so you don't have to have this a huge table when you want to do a big reading, so to say. So this is the back side of the cards. You see, it's very simple. It's a rose. It's her signature, and it's yes, a very subtle dark green. Yeah, so let's start by shuffling the cards. Today the English people get the first impression of the cards, and here a card falls out, and we will come to this soon. What does it mean? Do you work with this? This is a question I get very often when doing these videos, so we want to come back to this. And there's another one. Okay, it comes how it comes, or the way it comes, so you have to take it as it comes. And here I'm picking them up 3 times for the 3 fates, or 3 norns, or however you want to call it. And now I'm picking 3 cards. 2 came out, but I'm picking 3 as always, and then we will have a look at them. So these are the cards for the week, and these 2 came out of the deck. And of course, as always in tarot, there are different opinions on this. To me, these are like a big weather forecast. They are not always the answer to the question, but they are like the general feeling that is hovering over the situation. So we are talking about next week. So there is a feeling for next week of revelation. I don't know if this is the right word. It is like rebirth. It is like, things are coming up again. Things are enlivened again. Things that have slept for a long time, that you did not work with for a long time. Things in your psyche, in your emotions, also in your real life, that had to be put aside for quite a long time, are coming to life now. And this is a beautiful card. These are not nasty, bad, ugly things that are showing their heads again. These are things that make you as a person more lively, feeling more alive, feeling more in flow with life, so to say. And for this to happen, you also have to say goodbye to some things. And the Five of Cups is always about letting go. And I know, I'm just putting this aside so I don't burn the cards. And I know this is always difficult. I don't know what it's like in your country, but in Germany, in the spiritual scene, in the esoteric fields, it's always about letting go. And everything will be so fine if you let go. But we all know from real life, letting go is not so easy. And so this card is very realistic. You have to let go. You have to see what is not working anymore. Yeah, these things, it's like riding a dead horse. You simply can't do it. Yeah, you have to go off the horse and go your way. And you can go here. 2 cups are upright. So you can go through them. They are like an entrance on this card. You just have to turn around. And turning around is not as easy as it is often said. When you are feeling the effects of this, when things are getting into this flow again, then it becomes easy, and then you have the motivation to go further. But at the start, it's always difficult because you have no results yet, and so motivation can be really tricky. But please try it. Try to let go of dead horses in your life that you can't ride anymore. Try to see new things you could do, new ways to go. And please bring back to life everything that makes you more alive, more in the flow of life. And this card can really go back far. Often in readings, when I'm doing them for clients, these are even topics from childhood that are showing up, or from your youth. Maybe like an interest in your youth you had, and this is now popping up again. I know due to the situation, the pandemic situation, many people, for example, are picking up hobbies again that they had in their, sometimes in their childhood or in their young years. So this could be an inspiration too from this card. And now we're looking at the cards of the week themselves. So this is coming to life again, changing what is not alive anymore and letting it where it is and going new ways. So this is the overall theme of the cards, and now we will see in detail, so to say, what's coming up. And here, first of all, the 10 of Cups is a card of family. This is a card of union. It is also a card of balance. You see here the male and the female in small and in big, so to say. You see those lovely rainbows, or the lovely rainbow, and you see nature. People are happy, are full of joy, and this card is very much about also chosen family. Yeah. So when we have the 10 of Pentacles, it's more about your relatives. This card is about your chosen family. This can be also your friends. Of course, it can also be your family when you like them. So this is about emotional wholeness. It is about being together with others. It is about balance, also like a yin and yang balance in your life. The female forces and the male forces are in union. They are balancing each other. You know, our society is often very young driven, very much on doing and not so much on being. And this card shows that this is a good week to bring more balance into this. It is a very good week for friendships, for your family, for people sharing the same interests than you, having the same hobbies than you, or things like that. It is really about emotional connection. Yeah. So let's have a look at the second card, the King of Wands. And as always, when person cards are showing up, there is a question: what does it mean? Is it psychological? Is it a person? How to see this, especially in the context of a week reading? And to me, in my experience as a reader, very often it is what it is. It is a person. In this case, it's a male person. It is a fiery person, but this fire, because the wands are element fire, this fire can show up in many ways. So sometimes it's a really warm-hearted man. Warmth is fire, yeah? Sometimes it's a choleric person. But in any case, it's someone who knows what he wants. And we will have a look at this card too. If this is really bad, then we have to be a bit cautious about him. But in most cases, this is a man who inspires you in some way. And today, in the era of internet, social media, and so on, this can also, of course, be someone who is not in person in your life. It could be an author, it could be a blogger, it could be someone, whose work is just very inspiring for you. So this can have many layers today. Yeah. Ah, yes. Okay. This is a good card. We can put them together. And it's interesting. Here we have the 9 of Cups and here we have the 10 of Cups. So this card is about contentment. It is about arriving. Yeah. Today we are often in a mood of achieving. There has to be more. We have to push harder. We have to grind. All these things. Yeah. And he is very content, but he's also like a little bit blocking with his arms. He has enough and he knows it. So this is a wonderful week to contemplate on the things you have enough of. Sometimes we always think this is about yin and yang here too. The male and the female, as I have said it, we are very often on the male side, on the yang side, achieving, pushing and all of these things. And here we have the 9 of Cups, and the 9 is a number in Kabbalistic terms of the moon. And the cups are also female. So this is much about yin energy when we want to speak about this. And this is about I'm content and I see what I have. And this is also about thankfulness and all of these things. It's about mindfulness, but it's also about a calm kind of happiness. It's difficult to say in English. It is when you don't need anymore. You don't have to drive, I have to achieve more, I have to do, I have to push, and this and that, and this is about here I am. Yeah, you know what I mean? So when we put these cards together, here is an interesting pattern showing up for this week, and tarot is very much about patterns, about energy patterns, yeah? So we have a lot of cups. If we take this 2, then we have 3 out of 5 cards, cups. So this is element water. It is emotion. This week is more about inner things than about outer things, so to say. We have our family of choice, the people we love. We have this energetic male influence that is showing us new ideas, that is inspiring us. The element of fire is much about inspiration and all of these things. And our inner fire, our inner spark. So this is someone who helps you to kindle this fire again. And this is about the knowing of here I am and I have what I have. And it's beautiful to achieve things, but it's also beautiful to say, well, this is where I am, this is me, and I am content, basically content with who I am and what I am. Yeah, and over this hovers, so to say, the meaning of these 2 cards of letting go, do not ride a dead horse, and of coming to life again. And this card is often, I know these are just cards for the week, but the influence of this card is often felt for quite a longer time. Sometimes it's like whoosh, you know what you want to do, and it pops out in your life and it is very strong. This card is also connected to the element fire, but so it is strong, it has much energy. But sometimes it's more like peeling an onion. You peel and you get out of it who you really are and what you really want to do and what wants to be reawakened in your life. So this is a week of working really internally. It is a week of working with your soul, with your spirit, with your emotions. And it's a lovely energy for this week. So I wish you a wonderful and a very healthy and the best week possible. Yeah, and we will see each other in the next week with new cards of the week.